We are in the Cape, on the It is the Enterprise Zone. My name is Justice Ramatolo. We've come to the beautiful, super fantastic Cape Town for the program, and our visit here coincides with the Small Business Week. Welcome to it. The success of the Western Cape economy is largely due to its unique combination of various factors. Because, look, it's got clothing and textile, boat building, agriculture, forestry, multimedia, oil components, all sorts of things. So what we're going to do is go out there and find out some of the small businesses involved in these sectors. I am at the Cape Town International Convention Center. It's the 2005 Small Business Week, and wherever small businesses gather, I am there, and I'm here, juiced for ya. The Western Cape Department of Environment, Planning and Economic Development is one of the co-hosts of the Small Business Week. And we're lucky enough to have with us the MEC. We'll speak to other. Welcome, MEC Esop.
Thank you.
Now, what is the main objective of this Small Business Week?
Well, this Small Business Week and its events is really aimed at the small businesses in the Western Cape and in the city specifically. Looking at access to opportunities, well, what the markets are out there and opportunities, access to finance, which is critical to developing our small businesses, and then, of course, capacity building and training opportunities that are there. So it's under one roof, a free event for small businesses who are currently doing business or even new businesses to come along and come and see what the opportunities are there for business to grow.
What would you say are some of the key sectors that people who want to find opportunities in there can come and operate within?
Well, look, I think that the small businesses really have to be found and supported in all of the sectors that we find in the economy. And my department, we're currently developing a strategy that makes that intervention in all of the sectors. Of course, we've identified what are some of the key growth sectors, but I believe that the strategy that this department is currently involved with in identifying every sector as a key sector for small business is the one that we should go with.
Now, what are the structures and initiatives that you can tell us about for small business people that they should look out for?
Well, we've set up what is called the Red Door Initiative. The Real Enterprise Development is what RED stands for. And this is a one-stop shop, really. It's a service to people out there, to people in the community, people who are already in business, to come into one central place and deal with all of the kinds of support services that a small business would need. What are you hoping Red Door would achieve? Have you set yourself targets? Well, we've set those kind of targets, but I think what we're going to be doing now, and we're currently engaged in this, is an assessment of the services that we have rendered so far and to what extent they've been successful, looking at enhancing the product where there are gaps and weaknesses so that the kind of support we give at a Red Door is in fact a quality service to our business people out there. Yeah. Look at the bust of Madiba, looking very happy that we are studying small businesses all over. We're here at the first exhibitor here at the Small Business Expo in Cape Town. Patience, Vision of African Art. And Patience is with us here. Patience, when did you start this business?
Okay, this business started in 1996. Since 2002, when I qualified to exhibit my work at the World Summit in Johannesburg, it became my main job.
What would you say is unique about your art that will make it marketable out there?
I engraved the history of South Africa behind real people who are making history. the artwork itself market itself.
The expo itself, the Small Business Week here.
Yes.
What are you hoping to achieve by being at this exhibition?
I hope that we will get some contact from institutions or government departments.
The Enterprise Zone, we're going to take a short little break. Be right back. The city works for you. That's what it says on this pamphlet of the city of Cape Town. We are going to speak to the co-hosts of the Small Business Week, the city of Cape Town. Yes, we'll speak to the mayoral committee member of Economic Affairs, Social Development and Tourism, Clifford Sitonga. Swagal. Now, Mr. Sitonga, how has the city of Cape Town assisted small businesses, to make it viable for them to operate within the city?
We have opened satellite offices throughout the city so that the SMEs can walk to our centers to get assistance. The second issue we have done is to establish partnerships with various service providers because we do not have all the answers. The strength is with combining resources. That's what we have done. We have also established a partnership with the province as well as the private sector.
Why would you say it's important for a small business to come and exhibit here?
We want them to be able to get access to finance here. We want them to be able to get access to the markets here. We want them to be able to get access to capacity building here.
Yeah, I want to get to me. When it comes to events such as this, there are people who have to stress to make sure that things are well organized. People who make sure people are punctual, things are properly exhibited. Those are the organizers, okay? Now we're going to speak to one of the organizers. This year is a company called Swiss Contact. They've worked in collaboration with another event company called Golden Rewards. Let's go speak to Jessica Hartley Grave from Swiss Contact. So, Jessica, what are the organizations participating in making this event a success?
City of Cape Town and the Provincial Government of the Western Cape are custodians of the event. They've been running the event for the past 5 years. CEDA has come on board, which is the Small Enterprise Development Agency, this year, who also have a very big presence, and they've brought through a lot of the smaller businesses that work with them as well, which is great.
Jessica, is cost of entering a major impediment for small businesses?
Not at all. To enter the exhibition is free to all small businesses. All that we ask is that each of them registers as they enter, and that registration process takes them onto a database which we can then use to follow up with them at a later stage. And as far as taking part in the exhibition, we try and make sure that the costs are staggered in terms of what makes sense for which sort of level of business. We have stands of 2 by 2 meters wide, and they're 2,000 Rand for a small business to actually exhibit, have a space, and market to the people that they need to market to.
Some businesses are just fantastic. You can only find them in Cape Town, I suppose, combining safety with style. I know you were thinking I'm just being stylish. No. This is the kind of thing that the law requires. In some work environments, you got to wear proper protective eyewear. Now, we've combined that with style here at Safe Pro. I'm here with Glenn Martin. Nice business here. Can you tell me about the range of products and what motivated you to get into this type of business?
Law requires that each worker has got to be provided with protective clothing. That is from the head right down to the toe. So you've got to have your head protection, eye, ear protection, respirators, then of course your clothing and your foot and hand protection. And that is a product that we supply. I was in the industry for quite some time, and after having been retrenched, I started my own business, and we've been going for about now 5 years, and it's been good.
What are you hoping that you'll get out of being here?
The exposure, and so far it's been quite good, and people sometimes don't know where you are situated, so it gives you that bit of exposure.
You have packed the exhibition is over, what would be the follow-up process?
Look, the most important thing, being at an expo, have your paper and pen, take down your contact numbers, and afterwards follow up. And that's very important because you don't have the time to discuss with people. You know, there's so many people coming around. So afterwards is following up and phoning them.
And while we're at the exhibition, we are attracted by a place of light, Njabula Lighting, and with us, Ezekiel Vilagazi. My brother, what motivated you to get into this type of business?
I think light is a very interesting product, actually. I'm always fascinated by light. Everyone needs light. Light is a product that will always be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a product that will come and go. It will always be there. And that's what really attracted me to light.
When you go out there for this business, who are the customers that come to you?
As Njabula Lighting, we're the distributor of light, so our target market would be your wholesalers, parastatals, government, contractors. That's what we would sell. We don't really sell to the end users, to the people on the street.
What were some of the challenges at the beginning?
The challenge is, you're starting a lighting company. You're not introducing a new product altogether. Everyone is selling light. You have a lot of companies that are selling light. But, it depends what you want and what you're passionate about. At the end of the day, is what you want to do. And I think lighting is what we want to do.
Now, events such as these, is cost a major factor for you to participate in this event?
Yes, I mean, obviously as a small business, cost is a factor. But you've got to spend money to make money.
You're watching the Enterprise Zone in Cape Town at the Small Business Week. We'll be right back. Now, the best way to have chicken is to smoke it. We're gonna go for our profile to Athlone to visit delightful smoked products and speak to Mr. Naidu and find out how things are firing up there.
Delightful Smoke Products offer a smoked chicken breast, plain, and a pepper. I've always wanted to do something to create work, to heed this Thabo Mbeki's call of looking for entrepreneurs creating work. I eventually met a food technologist who came up with a formulation. I tried it and I gave it to my family and everybody loved it. And then I decided to put a business plan together and hence Delightful Smoke Products. Well, my customers is actually, unfortunately, the AB market because of the price of the chicken and chicken being an expensive product. The market is the A and B, which is basically your ShopRite Checkers, your Pick n Pays, your Spars, and the elite supermarkets. I started my business in a 40 square meter premises at my home. And from there I moved into a 120 square meter factory in Ottery when my business plan was approved by the bank. After 5 months, Lusitani approached me to pack for them and I realized I couldn't do it from that premises. And by the 31st of January this year, we relocated to a 360 square meter factory.